Real fans say the X. Facts. 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 Real fans say the X. I don't know what the real fans say the X. Hey, Atrioc, I got a job interview today and heard immediately that I got the job. I'm going to be a junior cybersecurity engineer. Bro, actually fucking congrats. Hey, big dubs. WWW. That's fucking sick because that job is good pay and you can sit on your ass. Nobody knows what you do. You got to work hard for like 6 months so they know you're a hard worker. Get settled in. And then do whatever the fuck you want. Do fuck all. No one's going to know. Just whenever anyone has a problem, just sigh. Be like, okay. Try to fix it. Then fucking press the reset button. Hey. Have you ever read manga? You joke about your dislike of anime often, despite enjoying multiple anime series. As someone who also likes to read, manga is the way to go. You're not going to trick me, little bro. You're not going to fucking trick me. Don't try to fucking siren song me into manga, dude. I can't watch fucking Naruto. I'm going to get into the manga. Turn on the air. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da, bum, bum, ba-doom. Big bang, boom. What the fuck is going on? Manga, more like MAGA. Well, actually, if you could combine the two, I would be interested. If you could somehow fuse the MAGA movement and the manga movement, you'd have a real, like some sort of a Trump anime. a Trump anime. I can't believe my little sister is Donald Trump. I don't know what this is referencing, but it is sound funny. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Bum, 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 bum. Trump was in Baki? You're a baka. If you think I didn't know that already. I'm trying. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. The thing is, don't fuck with anime. Not my thing. Sorry. Trump-chan. Holy coffee cow. Anyway, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. What the hell is up with everybody? It is Thursday or Friday. Damn, it's Thursday. I feel like time flies. I'm going to be playing a video game today, I think. A little bit of video gaming, a little bit of news, a little bit of this, that, and thereover. I figure Thursday is a good time to squeak in a game. I looked at some new Steam games, and I figured I'd just pick one. First, I have to upload a video. So one segundo. Here we go. Pop this on. Stretch this out. Export, save as, day one. And then we go to YouTube Studio. And then we go to and then we go to day one V2, and then we upload. And day one. Boom. Story is still evolving every day, so watch my stream all the time and send me money. Save. Save. Public. Done. Save. Boom! That's how the fucking job is done. A video uploaded. It's that easy. This is my favorite stream content. Shut the fuck up, R-dubs. On God. You don't have to put a little comment in. You ever watched a movie with someone who has to put a little comment in on every single scene? You ever been there? You ever been there? You're sitting down with someone, you're trying to watch the movie, and they're like, they have to put a little joke on every fucking single scene. And it's like, bro, I get it. I'm laughing. I'm doing it the fake laugh. Year of kindness. Fucking relax. 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 He says as he screams. You need to relax, okay? You're being crazy. You need to calm the fuck down. It's the year of kindness, R-dubs, and you're not even fucking noting that. Atrioc said calmly. Here's the problem. It's so damn hot in here. It's so damn hot in here. My wife keeps this place like a furnace. I turn it down, and then I look back, and I need a freezer shirt. Do you think it's, it could be Gavin Newsom's fault. It could be Gavin Newsom's fault. Do you think Gavin Newsom started the fires in California because he kept the temperature too hot in everyone's house? Do you think Gavin Newsom has a master control thermostat in his government's office and he cranks it up to turn everyone's... Okay. Well, if that's true, then I have a lot of... That really shifts my opinion of the world. What is this? You're part of the problem. What is this? You're part of the problem. Chili at work? Office formula was devised for men. Are you saying I'm part of the patriarchy by keeping my temperature cold? And that I'm slowly but surely, metaphorically and literally freezing the women in my life? This is pretty damning evidence. Phoebe McPherson wears a Snuggie backwards is one of the many tools she deploys to stay warm in the office in summer. Okay. Not to, go all Andrew Tate here. But I find this article to be a bit off-putting because it says, men should stop complaining and take off pieces of clothing. But it actually, in my experience, it's easier to layer up if you're cold than it is to layer down if you're warm. Especially if it's an office setting. What am I going to do? Walk around shirtless? No. I'm already wearing a fucking button down. You can add a blanket, but I can't take this shirt off. All right? Take off pants first. Now, see, that's sexual harassment. If this were an office, you could not tell me that. What is Twitch but the office of the mind? Holy shit, he's spinning. Holy shit. Fire pen. Y'all go stupid with the AC in the US, though. I be freezing in your homes. Sorry, we have air conditioning. Sorry, we've mastered the power to control the temperature of the very air around us. As gods would. Should I apologize for that? That you can't handle our ability, our fucking masterful technological ability to shape the very temperature of the air around us? I won't apologize. I'm like Aang. I'm an airbender. And Europeans, their mind is blown when they're not sitting there in uncomfortable heat. Did you know that the UK had like what was it? This is relatively recently. The UK had a heat wave that was like fucking 75 degrees or something. Like Fahrenheit. 75 Fahrenheit and it says 78 Fahrenheit and people were dying. People were dying. People were dying in the UK over 78 Fahrenheit. It was like a mass national panic because they have all these old, damp houses with no air conditioning. And it was like trapping the heat. It's like designed to never be warm. You're not going to catch me that happening in fucking Arizona. Arizona's not meant for men to live there. So the foolish ones that do can blast the frigid cold of the Arctic. You know what the coldest day in the world is? Go to an AMC in downtown Phoenix. Go watch a movie in downtown Phoenix. That'll be colder than a Siberian winter. They blast the AC like they want to turn you into an ice cube. The AMC on Mill was the Tundra, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, dude. You better not go in there in shorts. You go watch a 2-hour movie, 3-hour movie in shorts, you will die. You'll have frostbite by the end of it. They'll have to amputate. Anyway. Proud to be British. We suck it up and die before introducing new technology. I do love the British attitude of like, chin up, soldier on. Just keep your head down and power through on everything, which means like nothing improves ever. It's like, it was like such a good idea for the Blitz. When German bombers are destroying your city, it's like good to be like, we're going to power through. When like you need to change your society slowly to adapt, it's a terrible philosophy to be like, well, that's that. Cheerio. That's when you need to start fucking complaining. That's when you have to complain. Yeah, misery's not a virtue over the long term. In the short term, it can be. Some people complain too much. Perhaps Americans complain too much. I'll admit it. What was worse, German bombs or 70 degrees? It's a fucking toss-up. They respond the same way. Bro, it's always been their motto for thousands of years. Actually, I'm not sure of that. This is not a book about that. It's a book called Safe Passage. And it's about how America and Britain are more alike in many ways than a lot of countries historically, and how that led to them not having war as America got big, which usually happens when one big power is replaced by a new power. Anyway, unrelated. Anyway, I was reading that book, and it was talking about how the whole idea of the British stiff upper lip, you know, soldier on, power through, the bulldog, that was like made up by Winston Churchill, basically. Basically, Winston Churchill kind of like created that whole mythos to get British people soldiered together for the war. And like it became this powerful idea that went viral, and now British people see themselves in that way. It's like it's an enduring idea, but it didn't exist before. He just invented it, which is kind of interesting. You could just do things. But it's not like 1,000-year-old British thing. It's like a, 100-year-old. Less than that. He just invented it. Anyway, pretty fucking wild, huh? MRL Jingles, thank you for the 21 months. Yo, Big A James, took your suggestion, put 40% of my savings into Fartcoin, and I'm up 80% already. I just want to say I appreciate your financial advice and will always thank or blame you. That is the exact opposite message that I want to receive from anyone. Holy fucking shit! Blame me or thank me all you want. I just got 25 gifted from Apple Purdy 97 and Phoenix River 2000. The people with their birth years and their names are gifting like crazy. 5 big booms to that. Thank you, Apple Purdy 97. Well, no messages? Following since 2 minutes ago? Bro showed up, followed 2 minutes ago, dropped 25 gifties. The ideal chatter. Phoenix River, did you have a message? You said, hat is fire, release? We will. By the way, this hat is fucking fire. Am I right? This is the best hat we've ever made. A colorway, two-tone. This hat's fucking fire. It's my favorite one. My favorite hat ever. We're gonna release it really soon, like February early. Yeah, the samples just arrived today. There's a bunch of other cool ones, but this is my favorite right now. So I asked him to put it on the store. I would get beat on the street to get caught wearing that. What does that mean? Are you under the impression that someone's going to attack you for wearing it? That you would get, that a cop will take out a billy club and start beating you because you're wearing a two-tone Enron hat? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't think that's likely. I think, you know what? You can, in fact, enjoy the hat without worrying about a physical assault on your person. Geo369, thank you for the 53 months. Fucking A, dude. Thank you for the long time. I appreciate it. Zypho. Volbu, thank you for the prime. Yeah, boy, Creed, thank you for the 10 gifties. Did you, you just want to talk about how you're a Floridian. You have the AC on in the cold. Yeah, Florida. I also lived in Florida. The thing about Florida is it's not just the temperature. Florida is uncomfortably hot sometimes. But what it is so fucking humid. It's so wet. Like you take like you feel sticky and sweaty in Florida. You take a shower, you get out, you dry yourself off, and then you're wet again. It's like you walk around and you're all sticky and wet. It's like you're always moist. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. Florida has some like maybe a few months a year where it's nice, and then terrible months. The summer months are terrible. I lived there for 3 years. Some parts I liked, but it's probably worse now. I mean, dry heat clears humidity easily. Oh yeah, I 100% agree. 100% agree. Dry heat can be nice. Arizona dry heat. The only problem is so a dry heat at 75. That's great. A dry heat at 80. Okay. It's it's uncomfortable, but Phoenix will go up to 111. Once it gets too hot, it's it's like God put you in an oven and is boiling you alive. It's not, it doesn't matter how dry or wet it is. It's too hot. Your skin hurts when dry heat gets too hot. Yeah, because you're not meant to live in it. Phoenix in the summer is God's mistake. It's actually humans' folly. It's our arrogance. It's our belief that we know better than nature. Yeah, testament to man's arrogance. Yeah. I just remember getting out of class at ASU, going to my car, opening it, and you get that waft of heat from your boiling car, and then you try to sit down and you can't touch the metal of the seatbelt. It actually will burn you. So you have to sit there and wait, or you have to open the door and slam it. Open it, slam it. Open it, slam it to try and get the wind to I have to do that over and over. And I'm just sitting there looking like a fucking damn fool to try and get the air going so I can drive back to home and play League of Legends. Which is why I efficiently skipped that step and didn't drive to class at all. That's called thinking. If you just stay at home in your dark, windows shut, blinds closed room, lights off, and play League of Legends, then you stay cool. Minimize your movements. That way you're not... The dashboard of my friend's car melted in the sun in Texas. That's so funny. I've heard of things melting on the dashboard. I have not heard of the dashboard itself melting. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I assume that has to be build quality of some sort of the car. Because I've been in very extreme temperatures. I've never seen a dashboard literally melt. That's crazy. There were videos all the time though. Was people would cook an egg. You could cook an egg on your dashboard. This is like a viral thing that would get shared around like at ASU. People would crack the egg, put it on their dashboard, and it would fucking cook. Which is fucking awesome. That's just awesome. How are we still talking about the weather? Oh, I'm sorry. What did you want to fucking talk about? KPL? Maybe we're just having a little bit of friendly banter. Maybe I'm learning a little bit where people live and saying interesting. It's a little small talk. Okay? Sorry you had to halt the conversation and demand we talk about serious. Tell us about your fucking trauma. K Plow, can you tell us all about your trauma since you want to have deep talk? What was your trauma? What was something that what year of kindness? Do you know? Okay, it is the year of kindness, but the year of kindness is try kindness first. Okay, and I'm not getting treated with kindness. It's a two-way street. It's not like it's an assault on my stream. Damn, it smells like wrong dog in here. What's wrong dog? I'm trying kindness. What's wrong dog? What's wrong, dog? He's not even gonna... nothing, but I'm glad you asked. See, that's kindness. The inherent sexism of turning up the AC too. We just talked about it. Drop something. You must have missed this because Chat can tell you I had a take on it where I said, listen, we have to listen to women, okay? If it's too cold in the room, turn up the heat, and men can just take off a layer. That's what I was saying. You missed it, but I was like, I was making a real powerful statement. I basically said, like, listen, this is unacceptable what we're doing in these offices. And women are getting discriminated against. That's what I was saying. Sounds believable? Great. Perfect. I'm glad. Hey. Ba-bum-bum-ba-way. What's this? Hey, Atrioc, can we talk about how you're starting? No, I'm not doing that. Have you read the poem about mercy from Shakespeare? The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as gentle rain from heaven. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. Yeah, but Shakespeare stole his plays, so get fucked, old fart. Stole his place from me, actually. I didn't want to say this because I'm like, I don't care about the credit, but like I did write all of the plays of Shakespeare back in the day. You know, in a single weekend, if you can believe it, I was fucking baked off my fucking gourd. Just freeballing it, just like spitting lines. And then my roommate at the time, Billy Shakes, he's just like laughing along, eating munchies and like writing it down. But like, then afterwards, next day, I was like, hey, did you write any of that down? And he's like, nah, man. I just believed him, but turns out I got screwed. His last name was, whatever. He did it after it went to free. New Sahib Singh? All right. Sahib Singh. What do you got for me? Come on, Sahib. Unite our country. Make us respect landlords. Check pinned. Brandon, I don't know how to use Twitch, but thank you for your neutral economic views on marketing and economics. I own a business and use your insight to help business plan. You are entertaining and insightful. Thank you for what you do. Streamers truly have the toughest job. Dude, is this real? You showed up, followed for the first time, left 25 gifted subs, and then wrote me the nicest possible message? Least obviously paid chatter. Yeah, thanks. You made my day. Appreciate that. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. Do you realize if I could have 10 chatters like you, I wouldn't need the entire rest of this whole thing? If I just had 10 chatters like you, we could cut the whole... I don't even need the clips. I guess that's how you found me. Year of kindness. Bro, you guys are really handcuffing me with the year of kindness. I'm not... I'm obviously kind. I'm obviously kind. I'm a kind person in general. All right? Of course I'm being kind. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna snap back a little bit. I'm not gonna, you know, have a little banter, a little back and forth. I'm not. I sent your clip about military budget waste to my Air Force general mother, and she was not kind about it. I'll tell her to pass an audit then. Huh? Tell her to pass an audit. I'll be kind as hell. Pass one audit. One audit. Atrioc getting angry makes me sad like my dad yelling at me. Do you understand that's not a fair comparison to me? Do you understand how me yelling in jest on the stream, triggering your daddy issues is not a fair... I can't be held to that standard. Anytime a male person in a flannel raises his voice, and suddenly you're getting PTSD, it's not my fault. It's not, you can't put me under the bus on that. Bro keeps forgetting about the year and the kindness in it. I'm not forgetting about it. And I'm very kind this year. Let me do something kind right now. I will kindly save someone the time by banning them from my stream if they say some stupid shit again. You know what I'm saying? And that's being kind because I'm getting them out into the real world. I'm saving them time from... Hey, thanks for the 15 months, Gabe DeB. RNL8, thank you for the 37. Small, sad, tiny pee-pee boy, thank you for the 40 months. I like going for short runs in 100-degree dry heat because you feel great for just surviving poggies. You're one of those people, huh? You like jumping into ice-cold water and running in the heat and just making your body freak out because then you feel good afterwards. You like to fucking Alex Honnold it up a fucking dangerous cliff. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. Not really for me, though. I was playing basketball today, and there was a unk there. It was you, huh? No, it was a guy who was, like, significantly older than everyone else. And he had a pocket radio thing. I don't even know what you call it. Like a little Bluetooth speaker. And was walking around blasting American Idiot by Green Day. And I, as he was walking away, like he finished playing and he was walking away, I was like, hey, you know that song's 20 years old today. It wasn't a phone. It was a Bluetooth speaker. Because it is a 20-year anniversary of American Idiot. So I said, you know, that's 20 years old today. And he goes, I don't know this fucking song. I was born in 1954. That was really funny. I was like, all right. I used to play basketball, which is fucking sick. Bro out-unked you? Yeah, I'm not an unk, so it would not be hard to out-unk me. His name was Joe Biden. Yeah, it was Joe. It's funny, Joe Biden is older than that. Crazy as that is. Hey, Atrioc, sincerely thank you for ignoring my messages. Yesterday, I wanted a reason to stay and watch. Instead, I locked in and passed with a C. Yeah, man, congrats. I'm sorry I didn't read your message. EU Frog here. I've got a final in 4 hours. Studied the whole night, no sleep. Not passing that shit, Sag. And you spammed that message 700 times. So it looks like whether or not I responded, you still said it for 2 hours straight. That's dedicated. Anyway, congrats. Congrats on the C. That is a big deal. It's always good to pass. C's get degrees, baby. All right, Sahib Singh. Sahib Singh. Sahib Singh. You're not allowed to say that word.
You're not allowed to use that word. Why would you say that? You can't say that. I'm racist. Okay? I'm a racist. And did you really serve 4 years, JROTC? I did 5. Could have done 6. They wouldn't let me. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a
Oh my God, it's the song.
Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of Asians. Lonely as I am, together we cry.
Well, there you go. There you fucking go, Sahib Singh. JROTC 5 years. Thank you for your service to this country. Good goddamn. Have you seen the white monster TikTok trend? No, I haven't. I'm not on TikTok. Is it hilarious? Is it PogChamp? Don't look it up. Is it just people drinking white monster or what? You know, I am a bit of a boomer here, but I remember back in the day when Smirnoff Ice invented icing bros. You got iced, bro. As like a viral marketing campaign that people were doing free advertising for. And they sold a bunch of Smirnoff Ice. It worked like crazy. It was totally AstroTurf and it worked. People are still icing people? That's crazy. I mean, that's what a successful fucking campaign. Didn't read my 40-month sub. Sign on today with the 40 months. What was your sub message that you wanted me to read? Hey, Atrioc, I just wanted to ask you about the 10-year yield on U.S. bonds. Would you please consider looking at 9 souls? It's literally, you just open with that and then segue into 9 souls. It's literally Sekiro me telling that you would fucking love it. Asking you about the 10-year yield on U.S. bonds is not, it's not going to make me suddenly want to play. I do want to play 9 souls, but I'm not going to do it on any timeline that I can give you. It's just a random day I'll play it. By the way, you might have just fucked up because I could talk about the 10-year on U.S. bonds for an hour. But I'll spare you for this moment. Atrioc, would you consider watching Suits after you're done with House? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen Suits, but I don't like it. I don't like it because of the way Suits fans talk about it. Okay? And I have seen the ad for Suits 100 times. And I think I've seen part of the first episode. That's a Burberry law book. What is it? There's no way you have that memorized. Try me. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. It's slop. But I can't really say that because I haven't watched it. I'm just being edgy. I'd have to. It just has too much. There's too much to it. I'm not interested. Okay. Listen, there's a whole. The thing is, House is the same thing. House is also, in some ways, a formulaic slop, and it's because there is a deep-seated need, among some people to watch a show where, I'm just gonna say it, usually a dude is really smart at their job and better than everyone else. We love it. We love it. We love, some group of people love seeing a fucking show where there's a dude who's like really good at the job and smarter than everyone else. It's some kind of fantasy wish fulfillment or something. I don't know. People love it. And so, Suits fills that hole. It happens in action movies too. I mean, people, there's like the most recurring greatest genre of action movie is really badass single dude who's better than every other fighter and agent and CIA person and and smarter, faster. It's the Jason Bourne. It's the John Wick. It's the Man on Fire. It's the Reacher. It's the every Jason Statham movie. It's one guy. He's better at everything. Taken. Mission Impossible. Yeah. That's the GOAT status. Fun fact, a lot of those shows ask me to consult to make sure those characters are based on a real person like me. You are saying the show Jack Reacher or 24 or Jason Bourne is based on you, Drop Spindle. Interesting. Did I stutter? You didn't stutter. It's just I don't recall the scene in Jason Bourne where he stops to sing 6 or 7 Balloons parody songs. But I might have missed. I didn't see all the sequels. Was that the Jeremy Renner one? That was okay. It's in there. It's the extended. I see. It's director's cut. I see. I must have missed that. That's the silly me. It's in Legacy. That tracks. My mistake. You must have been second screening. Yeah, I forgot. I was actually on my phone the whole time. Bro, that's what Ari does. Oh, God. Fellas. You ever watch a movie with your wife and then she doesn't remember a single thing that happened in the entire movie when you're talking about it afterwards? Because she was not paying attention. And you want to talk about the movie, but she did not pay attention to the movie. And then she says it was mid. Yeah, I mean, she'll just say I didn't. What's your movie about a shitty agent who fails? Would that be better than what is normally made? That would be what? Johnny English? That's a funny movie. That would be Spy Hard. That would be Mr. Bean. That would, those are great. Those are really funny. Get Smart. They're a good subversion. Austin Powers. Yeah. Those are all good. There are movies where it's like about a team, like the movie Spotlight is a great movie about a team of reporters. All of them have their own flaws and strengths who work together to expose the sexual corruption of the Catholic Church in Boston. And at no point does one genius figure it all out and tell the rest of the team. And is it funny or did it sound funny? When I talked about the sexual abuse of the Catholic Church, did I say that sound like a comedy to you? It actually is super funny. At one point in the movie, this is real, they have to pause their investigation, even though they know there's crime afoot, because of 9/11. And then the Pope, laughing about it, rips a massive fart. And then everyone in the theater, it's this huge fart joke. So it's punching up. Yeah. Yeah, I fuck with the Pope. Yeah, he's great. Sexual Corruption would be a great band name? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Are you excited for MI8? I remember you just playing it, my son. I will watch every Mission Impossible movie that Tom Cruise does till he's fucking dead in the ground. If it's Tom Cruise on a walker and his stunt is that he makes it to the kitchen, I'll watch it. Okay? Whether or not I disliked MI7, I'm already pot committed. I've watched 7 of these damn movies. I'm going to watch till the end. I kind of get bored by action. I only get bored by CGI action. Movies like the last half of every superhero movie, movies like, I mean, the biggest example I can think of is Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is the most boring final fight of all time. It is just some CGI animator jerking it, dude. It's empty suits fighting other empty suits. Snoozer. I want to fall asleep in the theater. Boring. There's got to be human element. But I'll watch action that's not CGI all day. I mean, like, I remember, that's why I think John Wick movies are so well received, is that horse scene through New York with John Wick. That's incredible. Well, he's on the horse and he's fighting. It all feels very practical and real and different. So it lasts a little bit longer than an action scene might, but it's cool. It's like interesting. But I can't do it for CGI monster versus CGI monster versus CGI suit. It's hard because people have to die to film those. No, they don't. No, they don't actually have. It's not snuff films. John Wick is not the world's largest snuff film. It's not. They didn't actually kill 400 extras. That's insane. John Wick version with Alec Baldwin as John Wick. Okay, dude. Okay. Relax. Fucking relax. I will say the one thing I wouldn't say didn't like, because it was funny and I enjoyed all these movies, but about John Wick 4 is how many times this 60-year-old man gets thrown out of a 3-story window, lands on his back, and then gets up. That's too much. It's too much. I don't mind that he kills 400 assassins. That's badass. He's the best assassin. I just can't physically wrap my mind around that guy. Keanu Reeves getting thrown out of a 3rd-story window, landing on his back, getting up, getting hit by a car, thrown down a huge flight of stairs, and just being like, ah. Like, he's more skilled. He's not immune to a bruised hip, a broken back. Hey, my daughter's due to be born in March. What should I name her? Can I get a brand deal for her naming rights? I will gift you a sub right now if you name her Rocket Money. If you name her Rocket Money, I'll gift you a sub. I can run it by my wife. Okay, well, the offer's slipping. You want to act fast. I would not name her Glizelda or Glizette. Why don't you name her, why don't you name her Klarna? Why do you name her Klarna? That way it's like just It's just on the line. Like your wife might not even know if she's not into buy now, pay later. Name her Klarna. It's pretty. It's pronounced Roque Monet. Rocket Money? Are you here, Rocket Money? It's pronounced Roque. Oh, speaking of which, who's winning the stock competition? I'm going to check this every day until I'm losing, and then I'll never check it again. First place! Sheesh! 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 Only one down stock, and it's Coca-Cola during the year of soda. Can't believe it. Only one down stock. Ludwig is in last place, but still profitable. You can only fail up in this society, folks. This is the sign we're at the top. The fact that all of these are up is a sign that we're in a speculative mania. This is a sign of a disaster. This is a sign of disaster. And why is Ludwig down? Apple and Oxy. Well, it's because he does Oxy. That's the problem, is you can't get high on your own supply. He's profiting on Trump coins, so that wasn't the problem. Take Two, Oxy, and Apple, huh? Sell now and profit 2 bands. I'm only up $800. Atrioc, can you explain Wingstop's PE ratio? I don't get it. Chicken wings. People love them. You can't. The more you dive into some of the stocks in this market, you realize that no one can explain them, and that it will eventually correct. There's no other way around it. There's no other way around it. What's the purpose of stocks other than gambling? It's actually a great question. I think people think this. The purpose of stocks in actuality is not to gamble. It's not to speculate. It is to own a small piece of a company, to be a partial owner of a wealth-creating vehicle. It's stocks, when handled right, are an incredible way to invest and to diversify risk. If you think about it like an investor, where it's a piece of a company you'd like to own and have a small claim on the profits of, it's really smart. But when you gamble on it and you make it all about the stock price and where it's going to go in the short term, it's a casino. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Investing is stupid. I don't like to make money without doing shit. Well, okay. I understand that, like, the purpose of investing, the problem is, there's so much liquidity, printed money floating around. There's so much bad actors. There's so much froth in the markets that this is a weird time to talk about the normal purpose of investing. But the idea is that by putting your money in the most productive areas, you are benefiting everyone. So a good investor that finds a company that's better at making things or better at doing things or better at running efficiently or has better management is doing something. It sounds like they're doing nothing, but by putting their money there, they are in a small part realigning the market so the money goes to the good things, the things that work, and away from unproductive. The problem is unproductive shit does just fine in this market. Bad, wasteful, scammy companies like Carvana are profiting off this market just fine. And the incentive is not good. We don't have a good normal mechanism where the wheat and the chaff get separated. But that's how it works in a normal system in decades past. Why is diversification so important? I would like you to answer that question. I want you to just think about it. I want you to just like read it out loud and think about it. Why would it be so important? It's not DEI. It's not a DEI for your stocks. Okay? Just think about it. It's obvious that if there's 3 things to invest in, let's say there's let's say there's a banana farm. Oh, Bloons reference. A banana farm. I don't know. A fucking, what else could, there's a bank. There's a bank. And there's a, what's another Bloons thing? And there's a military contractor that makes darts. Okay? This is a factory that makes darts. If there's 3 things, if you invest all of your money into just the banana farm, and I don't know, there's a fucking rot or a disease or an early winter freeze that eliminates that, then you've lost all your money. But if you invest in all 3 things, then if something happens to one, you are still protected on some of your wealth. And in fact, these might still grow. So you balances out the flows. And since overall the economy tends to go up, the more diversified you are, the safer you are that it'll follow that natural growth, is the thinking. However, I will say, there is a counter argument that when you are young and broke, it's very difficult to diversify your way into any real gain. You know, many people talk about diversification, but only after they've achieved some measure of protectable wealth. People will often pretend like that was how they got there, but it's not. They got their wealth through something else and then diversified to protect it. So there is something to be said. Like if you have a small amount of money and you're going to start a banana farm, it's almost better to just take all your money and go all in on your idea. Like just fucking commit, you know, and then reap the rewards if it does well, rather than try to half measure this, half measure that, you know. But again, different schools of thought. But that's why diversification is important. It protects your wealth from black swan events in one area. Atrioc, check your DMs. Very important. Okay. Is it actually very important? Because you've done this in the past. Okay. It's a 25-second video. And it's called Get to Twerk. So I don't think it's that important. Is this speedrunning tech? Is this don't call cinema on your own. Also, only one hat is though. Yikes. Also, 33-minute and only middle management. Yikes. Bro, you're the dev? Have you seen the Oracle OpenAI project? Yeah, the project Stargate. God, tech nerds are getting so offensively cringe. Yeah, project fucking Stargate. $500 billion with fucking Masayoshi Son. He's never made a dumb investment before. This guy. The GOAT, dude. WeWork. The pizza truck. The... This guy, the greatest gambler in Japan. Yeah, I don't know. I got to learn more about it. The point is, it's funny because, so Trump announces, he's part of the announcement, we're going to have this $500 billion American AI project to build infrastructure and energy for more AI. And then, Trump's right-hand man, Elon, gets on Twitter immediately and goes, they don't have the money. They don't have the fucking money. So there's already like a weird split around it. And it largely stems from the fact that Elon Musk and Sam Altman, the head of OpenAI, have deep beef, long-seated beef, which is extra funny because Sam Altman, desperate to not have Trump weaponized against him by Elon Musk, is now openly glazing. Like, what is this, yesterday? Sam Altman, who has in the past tweeted, I will stop Trump at any cost. I'm donating a ton of my wealth to try and stop Trump getting elected. Now he's like, watching Trump more carefully, he tagged him too, has really changed my perspective on him. I wish I'd done more of my own thinking. I definitely fell in the NPC trap. I'm not going to agree with him on everything, but I think it'll be incredible for the country in many ways. Bro, how does anyone think this is sincere? I don't know. This is so blatant. It's so obvious. If you're going to do this, do what Zuckerberg does and do it early. That's why I'm betting on Meta this year. Zuckerberg, he's as craven as the rest of them, but he planned ahead. He's like smart about it. He didn't fucking. It's like a desperate last second glazing. Boom, 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 boom. I knew one day I'd have to watch powerful men burn the world down. I just didn't expect them to be such losers. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg's desperation to be cool as they suck up to DT is so cringe it makes my skin crawl. That's not a flattering photo. Okay. I've seen Zuck look better than this. You didn't pick his best moment for this. That's not really sex icon moment. That's funny. That's funny. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but everything seems to be going down the tubes quite fast. And not the fun tubes like a water park. The ending in shit kind. Ooh, that's a terrible, not a terrible, that's a brutal visual image of a water park where it's shit. That's very vile. I'm glad I'm not eating right now. The issues are complicated, the reasons diverse, but there's a few culprits who've been making themselves extremely visible. Tech gregillionaires like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg obviously wield huge global influence with their computers and numbers and whatnot. Big, scary, probably ruinous things lie ahead, but I'm here to discuss the smaller part. The insult to injury, the sprinkling of salt in the wound. Whether I'm engaging with the news or with Musk tweeting constantly like a man with no job or friends, or with Zuckerberg sending out weird videos and appearing on Rogan, I'm in pain. Not because I don't like what they're doing, but because they're so incredibly, painfully cringe. I wasn't prepared for how cringe it would all be. I'm prepared for evil, for greed, for cruelty, for injustice. But I didn't anticipate the people in power would be such huge losers. I cannot tolerate embarrassment. Yeah, I mean, I think she says it here. I think Zuckerberg does some cringe things, but it's not, for me, it's night and day. I think Zuckerberg is adapting to a business climate. I think he is has no principles. What he's doing is intelligent. I think Elon Musk is just cringe, man. And I find it annoying that we moved past the gamer thing so quickly. because it was so pure. You know, I almost feel like something small is better than something big, to just hone in on why he's so distasteful to people that like him or dislike him. It's so embarrassing. It's such an embarrassing thing to do. Wait, is the Xbox thing right now? I thought I was already over. I was gonna watch the VOD. No, it's earlier. I'm gonna watch the VOD. Don't worry, don't rush me. Xbox Direct. I'll get it ready though. Yeah, it was 7 hours ago. Damn, that's not a lot of views that they had. Xbox Developer Direct. Okay, cool. Was Silksong announced? Yes, absolutely. They announced it and then unannounced it, just to keep you on your toes. Let me blow my nose real quick. Let me blow my nose and then we'll watch the Direct. Bro, I'm not doing coke. Not lines of C, lines of kale. Ari's mom out there is watching the TV, the news, and it said armed man breaches Capitol security. Did one of you think the 23rd was the 6th? Capitol security. Man arrested with gun after tour of U.S. Capitol. Someone try squeaks. Someone's doing a little victory lap. He'll get pardoned. Well, I don't know. Different era to get pardoned. Squeaks does it again. Interesting. Anyway, let's watch Xbox Direct. See what happened. What happened with the world of Xbox? Again, my prediction for this year is that Xbox would just give up and become basically a third-party developer. Essentially just start multi-platforming all their games and pretend everything's an Xbox and try to get like cloud bigger because they're not doing well on the hardware side. It's way too early to start the timer. Wait, I want to count down. Let's count down. Ooh, it's starting soon. Wait, count down with me, chat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Wait, I need to ask a question from chat. Sorry, we can't let a timer do its normal thing. Anyone have any questions about economics or anything? Who wants to talk about government bonds? I think we need to jump in with a little bit of a discussion. Okay. Can we talk about Japan? Can we talk about how their fucking yields are rising? It's not a good sign. Actually, wait, I do want to say one thing about Japan. I tricked myself into an actual discussion point. Wait, one second. This is in my bookmarks, I think. Japan. There it is. So, as you guys know, the Japanese yen, their currency, has been getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Many reasons for this, but perhaps most obviously is their government's massive unanswerable debt, which they can constantly print money to handle. Anyway, so it's getting weaker. And they've always stopped this by using the dollars they have to do random middle of the night mass purchases of yen. So like Japan's government owns a bunch of dollars, and randomly, out of nowhere, they'll buy a bunch of yen with those. And what that does is it fucks up all the currency speculators. People that are betting that the yen will go down get destroyed. They get wiped out, and then they get scared to bet against it. So basically, they do these random things to try and scare people away. But it works less and less every time because people, they just go right back to it. It's like if I'm trying to give you a visual if you don't care about finance. Imagine if you have like a bird bath in your backyard and it's like an awesome bird bath and it's got bird seed in it and beautiful clean water and all the birds come and every now and then they go out and they go, clap, 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 clap. Hey, get away. And the birds fly away. Okay. That's the currency speculators. They scare them away. But then the second you turn your back, they start hawk-tooing back to they go, because they want the stuff. They don't learn their lesson that long. Japan's been doing that over and over. And now they're doing the opposite of projecting strength, which is like basically openly warning them. It's like now, because they don't even have, they don't have infinite dollars to throw at this. They're like, hey, they're just like basically saying, hey, don't do it. You better not bet against the yen. They're just having their government treasury come out and just basically, hey, knock it off. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. And it's like, this could not project more weakness. This is not what you do when you're strong. This is what you do when you're desperate. And so I just thought that was really, really, funny is the wrong word because it's not good for Japan, but it's just interesting. It's like Japan is the perfect country to watch to see what happens when you get this far down the road on, quantitative easing, yield curve control, money printing, debt experiments. And they have no recourse. They can just yell. They have no lever to pull. They're just trying to intimidate. And it's very fascinating. If a little spooky. Anyway, that's the one thing I want to say. I don't know how I got over to that, but now Xbox games. Someone said no more anime. Sorry to pause. Just run the time real quick. Did you guys know that anime, for the first time as of right now, is over 50% consumed out of Japan? Anime is now a majority non-Japanese audience. It is now officially a global product, which is interesting. It's like their biggest cultural export. Yeah, anime has become fully mainstream, fully global. And it's already been big for a long time, but it is now officially past that point. I'm done watching anime. When it's no longer anime, Japan, I'm not interested. Go back to the fucking Xbox Direct. Okay, now see, this is the year of kindness, so I'm not going to respond with anger to what you're saying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to help you out, Goosko. I'm going to do something really kind for you, and I'm going to kindly show you the door. Okay? I'm going to kindly show you the door, and that way you get to have more free time to watch the Xbox Direct by yourself. And that's awesome. And now we're back. Beep. Game Pass. All games support Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Cloud Gaming. Buy once, play on Xbox consoles and Xbox app on PC with cross saves and cross progression. It's all on Xbox. Everything's an Xbox. Enjoy the show. Jesus. the graphics are insane. Looks like real life. What am I? It's a game about working at a game studio? Holy beard. Yeah. We are Xbox. Cool. All right, Xbox Game Studios Publishing. What do we got? Developers. Ooh, looks good. Silk Song Under the Sea. Team Ninja. Low taper fade the game.
こんにちは。超えてくもゲームスチーム忍者の安田文彦です。
こんにちは。
今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですがこちらをご覧ください。
Damn, straight into it. I love that.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's
Ninja
husk
Gaiden?
remained, and from this husk,
Oh shit.
an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Okay. Ninja Gaiden was like the ultimate hard game when I was a kid.
No escape.
It was like the badass. It was like what you might meme about for Elden Ring now. It was like the OG Dark Souls kind of. I don't even know if it's Dark Souls is pretty old. I don't know if it's old. They seem like they're the same time, but when I was young, I remember Ninja Gaiden being the game where it's like that's the hard game. That's for the real gamer. I can fix her.
This is it.
She can fix me.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Whatever your clan is plotting,
Oh shit.
it ends here.
Oh shit. I love wall jumping into wall jumping. Always fun. That was a cool looking boss.
Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa.
Dan, there are
I will execute my mission.
look, obviously they can do this because they've done this for a long time, but I am noticing a little bit of in the last year or something, the number of Souls-like ninja games is absurd. The ninja comeback has been unreal. Now, obviously, this is not doing that. This is a long-time franchise, but like, there's a lot.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。
And I'm loving her imagery.
容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバー
High speed action
として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本
I
作は
like
プ
the
ラチナゲームズさんとの共同
brutality of
で
it.
開発を
That's
進めて
cool.
います。プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタや
Why is she hand drawing the ninjas and like putting love and care into the art when she could simply go to Midjourney and type generate ninja? I don't understand. What is she stupid? I don't So inefficient.
ニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜はやぶさも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜はやぶさが戦う目的は何なのか、今作の物語の中で展開していきます。任務は必ず成し遂げる。
Do you think as a samurai that feels badass to dodge the sword like that, or is it like another day in the park?
今作の物語の中で
Like to do this.
したが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。
Do you think as a ninja that feels
なぜ
badass?
戦うことになったのか、竜はやぶさが
Like that. To do It's like, are you thinking I'm the fucking man right now, or is that just normal for you? Probably gets old. I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like your aura's because like LeBron still pops off at, you know, a good play. He drains a 3 over someone or dunks on someone. He still, you know what I'm saying? I still think you get that fucking, oh yeah, I know I'm looking good right now.
戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
物語は黒竜がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であ
Our
り、
new hero Yakumo, a young ninja from the
カラス
Raven
一門
clan,
に所属する
a
ヤクモ
rival
が
of the Hayabusa
首都
clan.
東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため
He's
戦い
gonna
に身を
defeat the
投じま
Dark
す。
Dragon and bring peace to the world.
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観
Now that's aura. They just got the programmer walking through the row of desks, and they made him. They added the whole aura cinematography.
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描か
You
れて
can't
き
even.
たダークで
You
ハード
can't
な
even
世界観
not
は継承
smile.
し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れること
What he
でしょ
doesn't
う。
say is this is what's happening in Tokyo right now because of the falling yen. Okay, it all ties in. If you're in Japan, this is like your day-to-day experience. You have to grind the rail to get to work because the train ticket's so expensive.
舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
Sheesh! Oh, that
前
cast
作よ
is
り
cool.
立体的に自由度の増した
Oh, that's
危険
just
に満ちた
cool!
忍具やシリーズおなじみの
Wait a
対決な
minute.
ど
This game
忍者アク
looks
ションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
inspired by
レールアクション、スイングアクション
Ghost
など
Runner.
ダイナミックで
Is that what it's
爽快な
called?
シチュエーション
Ghost
を
Runner.
多く追加しました。これら以外にも様々なシチュエーションや
Like in
チャレン
terms
ジ
of the
隠
movement?
されたアイテムなどを用意しており、
This is
ステ
like
ージが
exactly like
スムー
Ghost
ズに上がっていくテ
Runner.
ンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、
Just doing these
カラ
slow-mo
ス一門を
intros.
背負う天才忍
He's
者
a
でもあり、
genius ninja carrying the weight of Raven Clan's honor. We've all been there.
肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザイン
We've
してい
all
ま
been
す。
there. Oh shit.
そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の
The
封印
damn
を守る
Divine
竜
Dragon
神島
Order.
や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時
Does the protagonist ever consider that the Divine Dragon Order employs a lot of people, their job creators? and that by him, a one-man operation bringing them down, he'll be ruining the economy of Dark Tokyo? No, he doesn't. Selfish. Fucking selfish.
シリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期
Kicking a
待くだ
small
さい。
business owner down their line. Yeah, exactly.
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。
Jesus. Jesus!
ヤクモが使える新要素
Bloodbind Ninjutsu Nui
例の
style.
型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの型では
It's
これまでの
crazy
忍者ガイデン
that all of these warriors in Japan are defeated by a single American with a gun. You know, I just stand over here. Pew. Pew. This is the plot of The Last Samurai, by the way.
にはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘におけ
They
る
deflect the
比率も
bullets?
健在です。プレイヤー同様
Impossible.
敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくこと
Yeah,
が
looks
重要です。
badass.
ヌエの方によって
Looks pretty
忍者ガイデ
badass
ンの
and pretty
アクションの味わい
satisfying.
にさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、
Raven style and Nui
大
style.
きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜
Yeah, looks fun.
はそれぞれがかなり異なる個性
Oh, you
的な
play
遊
as
び心
both?
になっていますので、さまざまな戦
Jesus.
闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。
Jesus. Wait, did you even read the monstrous Miranda
そ
rights
して竜
first?
ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、伊豆直落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの
It's
高い
like
アクショ
Devil
ン
May
体
Cry
験の
mixed with
継承
Ghost Runner mixed with the OG Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, exactly. I think it looks good.
ダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
I wonder if it'll do well because the series is so old.
フェアに戦える手触りを
People like if they call it Ninja Gaiden 5, is that going to
皆様
get?
に進化した忍
people
者ガイデ
scared
ンを
away?
触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
I think they should call it
シリ
Ninja
ーズファン
Gaiden
はもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初
Straight
めて
up.
プレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品
Just
になっ
not
てお
even
り
a
ますの
number,
で
like a reboot.
ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように
Or
潜んで
Ninja Gaiden.
忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきま
You
したが、
can't say Reborn
ついに
because it sounds like a
発表することができて
remaster.
非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを
Or
楽し
Ninja
み
Gaiden
にしています。
Tokyo, or
続
yeah,
報にも
Ninja
ぜ
Gaiden
ひ
or
ご
Ninja
期待ください。
Gaiden, the next generation. Ninja Gaiden 4, huh? I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that.
さて本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。
Ninja
こちらを
Gaiden back
ご
to
覧
the
ください。
streets. How about 2 Ninja, 2 Gaiden? I think that might move units. Wait, same game? Holy. Boy, you are fucking these guys up. Bro, it's like your day one as level 1 security for the local business owner. It's like, you know, he's not the nicest guy, but like you took the job because you got to feed your family, and a fucking ninja guy slices out your fucking intestines and wraps them around your neck, cuts you into a million pieces. Fucking crazy, dude. It's
My path leads through the land of the dead.
cool. Cool. Oh, yeah.
And thus the sun sets on the dragon.
Oh, quite a bit of supernatural that I didn't know about. I guess dragons I do, but more monsters than I thought.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Oh, a remaster?
2のオリジナル版は2008年に Xbox360 で発売し、バイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。綺麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜ハヤブサに加え、綾音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール PC そして Xbox ゲームパスでこの後すぐに発売となります。忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も、忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。今年はチーム忍者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め、
Yeah, it'll be the year of the ninja because there's like 100 ninja games.
Year of the Ninja となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注
You're
目くだ
competing with
さい。
like 4 AAA ninja games this year. Fall 2025, which was today. All right. Ninja Gaiden, 1 of 4 games revealed today. Part 2 comes from Compulsion Games. What's their game? Compulsion Games got a little more of a fun vibe. Well, this is that Bayou Swamp game, huh?
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada.
Oh,
At
it's
our
in
studio, we care
Canada?
about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the
I would never, ever, ever work with a Canadian game dev in any way. I can't in good conscience watch this because it's like that is just not an area you want to have an interaction with any game devs.
magical noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore southern...
I'm sorry, this is set in the Deep South of America, and the Canadian game dev studio thinks they understand it. They think they can accurately describe the bayou from fucking Quebec. What? They yearn to be American? This is cultural appropriation.
Twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements.
That's a cool monster.
Larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
That's a freaky monster. This game looks cool, but the frame rate in the trailer is terrible.
Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shit, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now?
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Oh, they probably shouldn't have argued. And probably shouldn't have argued.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but
Disastrous events will push her into a
See, that looked
darkly
good.
magical world where
Some of the frame rate looks bad,
she'll
some
learn
looks
who she
good.
really is.
Like it's
And how to tap into weaving. An ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality.
Okay.
The grand tapestry.
Dude, it reminds me of The
Weavers can
Longest
see
Journey.
The fabric binding our worlds, connecting
love
people,
The Longest
nature,
Journey.
and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these
Can she parry a
stigmas
hurricane?
and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You
like
up here, my salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion. to
Yeah,
Hazel
where's the
across
frame
game.
rate? Oh, it's probably just.
Day I hear about a new
It's
weaver
Tom
cooking you,
Kench!
Would you kindly do your weavy thing and help me down?
Meeting
Oh,
Catfish
shit.
marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's awesome
Did he say the catfish mogs? Is that what I heard?
and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff.
So it's like a
Her magic
non-combat
abilities
game or what?
manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
Okay.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world,
Is it-
conjure objects,
Okay, you can make a
and
car.
confront adversaries.
Oh, you can't fight. You can fight.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as ain'ts, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
I like this
These
enemy.
trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each ain't has its own unique moveset,
I like that.
strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For
Okay.
example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance.
When is it supposed to come out? That'll make me decide whether it's because the trailer looks too early.
Powerful combos
Like everything looks a little unpolished, but
and charge attacks.
it comes out in
But
April.
close combat is risky and can backfire because ain'ts have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills
That's not a
becomes
good
the key
sign.
to gaining the upper hand in combat.
This is the official stream.
Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage. Timing, as Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to
Oh, yeah,
decide
that's a lot
which
cleaner.
areas to prioritize.
That's a lot cleaner.
The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision.
Oh, wait,
and
we
make
were
them
past
feel
this.
more. Whether it's two-toed Tom or hugging Molly,
Hugging Molly.
each of these larger than
I
life
think the
creatures
boss
is
designs are
inspired
so
by
cool.
Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
But I'm just so worried about the performance.
We got a long journey ahead.
It looks so stuttery. If the
South
game's
of
coming out so
Midnight
soon.
unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical
You
South,
can fight JD
decaying
Vance's grandma.
buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from the hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
Yeah, that's so similar to The Longest Journey. I wonder if they played that.
landscape and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world.
Find
and
his
our team
couch.
has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
That's why I'm the last person left here.
Is this intentional?
All those damn.
This is intentionally stylized like this, is what you're trying to tell me. The way it's like herky-jerky where it's moving.
Hurricane.
That's why I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
I mean, if
Artistically,
true,
we're staying true to our moody compulsion.
I think it's a bad
style.
choice.
But this time, we're using a
Because
handcrafted approach.
you know what I'm
inspired
saying?
by
The style is identical to that of a low frame rate, which happens a lot in games that are trying to do. Do you know what I'm saying? It looks, but if you can turn it off, it's cool. I don't.
motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality.
like it
and
just
tone
looks
into
like
every
it's
prop and character.
It's lagging. That's what it looks like.
This
It looks like it's
folklore is
lagging.
open to visual interpretation. We embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes.
Okay.
We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
All right. Check it out. Straight out of Canada, baby. I want to fight that gator. Game number 2 down. Let's look at game number 3. Sandfall Interactive has a third game for us. There's a dog involved?
We are Sandfall Interactive.
Oh my God, French.
Welcome to our manor.
Bonjour.
We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Ooh.
It's a turn-based RPG set
Oh,
in a
it's
fantasy
like
version of late 19th
Final
century
Fantasy, huh?
Belle Epoque France.
What?
Our grand adventure in game development actually
Cool
started
setting,
as a solo
but-
passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world.
Okay.
I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into...
Do you have a rich dad or something? How do? Wait, how did you explain step 2? Where you were a solo dev with an idea and then suddenly you got a full team in a mansion in France. Where'd you get the money? The bank? Well, you better say that.
trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and...
He was the guy that bet on the election.
Cinematic battle camera system. Things really
He's the
clicked
French
when
guy
we
that
tested
bet
the
on
first
Trump.
version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers.
Okay.
And when he described the project, I quit my job the following week
Oh,
and joined
shit.
the team without hesitation.
Damn, he's a
Because
good
I believe that
salesman.
in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay
Okay.
that innovates on the classics we love,
Okay.
and a world that is completely original, beautiful.
Damn, can I say I love everything about this game except for the fact that it's a JRPG? Like, I just fucking hate that combat style. And like, I think this is so cool looking. And I think the setting, so it's actually an FRPG. I'm sorry. It's an FRPG. It's really an FJRPG because he called it a JRPG. It's a French Japanese. I mean, it's Japanese filtered through France. It's a frog.
And immersive. We founded Sandfall Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy.
A little bit of a self-insert by the
Core to
main
every
dev.
great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook.
What's the hook?
67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Wait, so everybody's 33 years old, and I'm 33 in real life? I have to play this game. I have to play this game. That's so funny. God, I hate FRPGs, but this one's... What an interesting hook. What an interesting fucking hook.
Expeditioners.
Bro, it's the target demo. Yeah, I'm the target demo.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about Atrioc.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who...
Fucking French-ass nuance. Give me a hero, give me a villain, and give me a wisecracking sidekick, please. Fucking please. Ideally a CGI fight in the third act to wrap it up, cram it all into 2.5 hours, and get me out of there. Ideally have them explain their motivations when they're talking so I can be on my phone. Fuck, dude. I don't want this fucking artsy-fartsy shit. Give me a good guy. Here's what I do. This is a little fun thing I do. If I'm ever watching a piece of media and one of the characters does something bad, even if it's a villain, I will go on Reddit and say how I don't like them. I will say how it kind of ruined the media for me when like this guy murdered someone or committed a crime, or because it's like I try to basically cancel the character because I'm trying to signal to everybody else that I know that murder is bad. It's just a cool thing that I do. It's problematic. Basically, I say it's problematic. Yeah, it's just a brave thing that I do. Just to like make the world a better place.
feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other?
She said duty.
These questions are deeply personal to me.
Now they're getting it. I knew they had some funny shit in France.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one.
All right, so Loki, this game looks cool.
Something my dad and I used
Caught?
to do.
I might buy a French
It's
RPG.
more about really living her life, not just living longer.
They got characters, they got motivation, they got story, they got a cool plot, they got interesting graphics.
Not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various
I can't
powerful
imagine
NPCs
I'll enjoy it because I
and
don't
Monaco,
like the
with a
gameplay,
friendly
but
kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need the foot.
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Gestrol, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monaco and many other Gestrols across the game.
okay.
And of course, there is
Bonjour.
Escape. who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Eske is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
Oh, cool.
And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find
The game's pretty gorgeous, man.
But I'm not that strong.
And I like all the voice acting, and I like the...
for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
I wish it was a Souls-like.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision.
Why can't
for
you make
on-tech
everything
and
like way I
gameplay.
already like it?
Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time.
So it's turn-based with
Real-time
QTEs.
mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of.
Okay.
Those who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that
Okay.
formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character.
Oh, cool.
We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game.
What about the playstyle where I just like Google the best build and the most OP one for each character, and then I just follow that by rote, and then it instantly clears all the enemies with ease? What about that style? Is that like a cool...
Character has a unique mechanic. Melee switches between stances which can alternately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Mel the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects.
Jesus!
Which in our game are called
Oh, I hate menus!
Every character has more than
God
20
damn
unique
it.
skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects. They can gain
Path
through
of
Lumina
Croissant,
and weapons.
dude. I don't want to...
So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to
You
play
were so
and what kinds of
close!
builds you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
I just got the ick.
Our story is set in the
It's like you're on a date with someone and they just say bazinga unironically. It's like, oh, it was going so well. It was going so well. It was going so well.
French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestural Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like.
Yeah, it's
basically
cool.
a bazaar.
I like the art a lot.
Disorganized, chaos
I
everywhere.
like the style. It
huts
feels
aren't
very
safe, built without much thought.
human made.
It's a place
There's
where
love in
anyone
it.
could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrals are like. The Gestral Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters.
Cool.
Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Gestral.
For Escape,
Wow,
we needed
racist.
a cuddly companion.
Wow. Gestrals are... They're not people, but they're something too.
To take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need SK's help traveling around. We're super happy with the result.
Oh, so it's not an open world, it's like a world map that you fly in to get between levels. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
And entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses
Oh,
of
and
the
you
game,
can find secret bosses and levels. Bro, imagine the bosses were fun to fight and not an RPG.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one.
All right, clip this. I'm going to play this game on April 24th or 25th. Give me a one wiggle day. I'm going to try it. I'll try it and try my best. Wait, is it Xbox only? There's no way. It's going to be on PC. I'll try it. I'll try it on Steam. They sold me on it. That was a good ad. I truly believe they put their heart and soul into it, and so why not give it a shot, you know? We'll try it. But here's my one thing. I'm going to blitz through it. If I let myself try to get every nook and cranny, it'll take 700 hours, and I won't fucking ever finish it. So I'm going to go glass cannon. I'm going to fucking min-max, and I just want to see the story and enjoy it, okay? That's my fucking...
With Xbox Game Pass. You can already wishlist the game and follow us for more info.
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world, and our take on the turn-based genre.
Cool.
On behalf of everyone at
Cool,
Soulfall,
cool.
Thank you for joining us.
Fuck it.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain.
I thought he said to Moroccans. I was like, yeah, I guess Moroccans are great. Why specifically them? Oh, I'm sure he was saying to Americans. That makes a lot more sense. You know, I have this predisposed hatred towards turn-based RPGs, but like I haven't played one in such a long time. And honestly, when I was a kid, I liked Final Fantasy VII, which was a turn-based RPG. So why don't I open my mind up and try it again? What if I enjoy the hell out of this? What if I'm just being fucking prejudiced? Paper Mario? Okay, well. You know, I actually love Paper Mario, except for the new one, which is fucking horrendous. Origami King was fucking horrendous, but outside of that, Paper Mario is actually a beautiful game.
Viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
All right, game number 4 from id. Is this Doom? Doom 2? 2 Doom? Doom 3. Doom 3.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of
Finally, an American
Where
game
more than
dev.
30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course.
Yeah!
A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
Okay.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
Okay.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid, I mouthed the words. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock,
oh, shit.
and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to
There's a story in
every
Doom?
aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan,
See what they're doing there? That's a good marketing play. That's what Ninja Gaiden 4 should have done. You call it Ninja Gaiden the Age of Light or something, Age of Destiny, and you go, if you're new to the series, this is the perfect jumping in point because it's actually a prequel with a new. This is smart. This is how they're, because you know, Zoomer hears Doom and they think old person games. They think this.
then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still
Damn,
fast.
that looks fucking cool.
A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again.
Okay.
Just like in the classic Doom game.
Okay.
But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master.
Okay.
Let me introduce you to the shield saw. Block. Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot.
Yeah.
And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Okay. Seems a little OP to block and then. But I'm sure in the
Shield
moment.
Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some
I
of
do
the
like the
biggest,
idea of parrying in an
baddest
FPS.
demons
That's
ever
kind of cool.
created it in. But that's
Wait,
not all,
parrying in an
'cause if you're gonna
FPS is
stand
actually
and
a
fight,
fucking
then you gotta
cool
have something to
innovation.
Follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a doom spiked mace? That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system.
Yeah,
All on one
alright.
input,
That looks
complete
pretty
with
fucking
combos
cool.
and upgrades, and it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable smashing your way through the horde.
Yeah, that's
with
pretty
total
cool.
freedom.
They're doing a good job selling it.
And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger. That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns, and Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
Okay. I like this finisher system. It's kind of cool.
Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When does this come out?
Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
I didn't play Eternal. I did play Doom 2016. Yeah, I did, but it's just been a while. I played it at Twitch. I watched Stans play Eternal, I think. Oh, it's got like a... Dude, I do like the parry a lot. I think the parry is fucking cool. An FPS parry. It seems broken, though.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best.
I see.
You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and...
So actually, I think Raz is a good video on this. I fucking hate difficulty sliders. Because I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want the choice. I don't want even the option to change it. I think you could have a couple difficulty options, but sliders is too much. I think it's fucking... The ideal is no option at all, because I like the idea at the end of it. I don't even want the temptation. However, I understand that that's to each their own, and it's not a big deal for me. I'll just not use it. But
pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size...
What is the Hades difficulty system? I mean, I just feel like, you know, a good way to do difficulty is like if someone's losing, you give them power-ups or something. You know, so...
Of a building. It's powerful, and you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages.
Nobody's playing Doom for the story, bro.
To the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient
The story is you're killing demons in hell.
And worlds beyond.
Do I need to know his fucking motivation? I need to know about his personal trauma? I'm chainsawing a demon's head off.
Step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets.
Demons killed his bunny.
There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages.
Okay.
In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction.
I'm saving a city in
Explore
hell?
the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit. Any gun you choose.
Okay, badass.
Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game. Where you go,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
who you fight, and
It's
the
cool because,
objectives you pursue.
dude, you can see all the old school Doom stuff, like the very early days Doom stuff, but it's all modernized and updated in cool ways. That's cool. And you can kill Urgot.
It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Oh, shit.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players.
You mentioned that.
It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters.
Oh, they added cutscenes.
And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is
a little
to give
Aaron
players
Sorkin
an
walk and talk.
experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases...
All right. This May. Okay. All 4 of those games looked cool. And that's what I'm proud to announce that I will play 0. No, I mean, I can play all of those. I just don't.
You will feel like the
May
super weapon
15th.
in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Azel's powers are designed.
All you
around
just
textile
need is for
crafting
nothing
and
else to
skill
happen on
building.
those days.
The combat system
They have
is
to
your
launch with good
interaction
reviews,
attacks
and nothing else has to
unraveling
happen.
enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has a real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity.
I'm gonna play that game. I promised.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
Hell yeah. All with Game Pass. There's a guy juggling when he made it. Cool. Cool. Cool Xbox Direct. I wonder if you could predict the review scores of those games. They're all 8 out of 10 on IGN. They're all releasing so soon because they're afraid of GTA. You're saying that like it's a stupid thing. Everyone's afraid of GTA. If you're a bigger game, it's an insane window to launch your game. Of course you don't want to launch in the same day as the fucking world's biggest record-breaking game. It's going to dominate the discussion. That's why I'm proud to announce Get to Work 2 is launching the same day as GTA 6. Get fucked, Rockstar. Get to Work 2. GTA 6. Who's going to come out on top? I don't know. I don't fucking know. But we're not backing down. Okay? Get to work, Isto. We got to be done quickly. That reminds you know, there's an old rap beef you might not know about where 50 Cent was the biggest rapper in the world in around 2003 with his first 2 albums, Get Rich or Die Trying. And then him and Kanye had beef. And 50 Cent said, if Kanye's next album, I don't know if it was Graduation. Was it Graduation versus Curtis? Anyway, he said, if Kanye's next album outsells mine, I'll quit rap forever. And they had like this sales beef. And then he got completely fucking mogged. Graduation ends up being like one of the most iconic rap albums in history. And Curtis is kind of a flop. Did he quit? Nope. No, he walked it back. I think he said it for promotional reasons. He was kind of doing like a WWE marketing thing, but he thought he would win. This is kind of like the beef between Durburger and Tomato Head. No, it's not. Nope. No, that's not a good comparison. It's nothing like that. That is a stupid Zoomer. Certainly not moment. No, it's not. It's not a real thing. It's not a real beef. It's just a stupid Fortnite reference. She's not cooking. She didn't low key spit. It doesn't apply. Okay, well, that was cool. A couple things I want to talk about today. Nike. Who here wears Nike? Anyone Nike shoes? Well, anyway, the long story short, I can't draw a swoosh, can I? Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. That's perfect. Holy shit. Just do it. Sorry, when you guys are saying wow and question mark, are you like, is that because you're so impressed? Or you're like, how did you do that without even looking? How did he... Are you guys saying that because like it's blowing your mind that like it's like, holy shit, he just recreated the logo almost perfectly off freehand? Okay, I was worried you guys were being mean in the year of kindness, but it actually turns out you're being really nice. Anyway, Nike has had a rough couple of years recently, and they fired their CMO and are going through a lot of changes. I've talked about these before, so I don't want to rehash it, but one of the main things they realized is that they were able to juice their sales by doing promotions and like discounts and having like Nike outlet stores and things like that. But it was like diminishing their brand. And so if you want to buy Nike shoes on sale, you should do it now. Because they're announcing a new plan to be way more premium. They're going to cut all of their sales and try to be like, if you're not getting Nike at, elite prices, then you're not, then it's not really Nike. That's they're trying to increase their perceived value. Yeah, is the plan. Again, part of that is like they were launching new shoes every day to take advantage of the sneaker hype from StockX and stuff, but that's died down. And so they're trying to like limit it and go back to like premium, rarer releases, things like that. I was going to draw a shoe in here, but I can't draw a shoe. This is a box with a shoe in it. I was going to put Nike. I'll just put Nike. And that's, and so I was going to put a shoe in there, but I can't draw a shoe. Can they pull off a champion level rebrand? Perhaps. Per fucking haps. But I thought it's interesting. I was reading about it today because they're making major changes as they've reacted to their slowdown in sales. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say on that. Yeah, no more discounting. No more promotions. Elevated shopping experience. Higher quality stores. Oh, dude. I actually forgot to mention this too. I think I talked about this in the old clip, but it's worth repeating. Is like, for the fucking longest time. Wait. Get rid of this. Nike they would hire someone to be like development of shoe design for basketball. For basketball or for baseball. Or whatever, okay? They would have somebody who like knows the sport really well and talks to athletes and then goes back to shoe designers and they like there's a connection there and they would organize the company around different sports. But then in the past, this recent era that where Nuki was really flopping, they got rid of all that. They got rid of sports categories and they turned it into like lifestyle. So it would be like based on your income, basically. It would be like, you know, a higher end shoe versus a medium shoe versus a budget shoe. But it wasn't like designed around sports. And they lost the connection with the athletes. They lost the unique things for each shoe. So they started to get like extremely negative outcomes from that. It started to be more like a shoe you'd buy if you didn't care about sports at all, which lost them some of their luster. So they're going back to that in a big way. They're trying to do 5 categories, which I think are like running, basketball, training, football, sportswear. And they're just going to focus all on those and hire people around those. I think it's it might be, I don't know if it's super late, but it's smart, I think. That's what worked for them in the beginning. But there's so much competition now. Like if you are into any of this stuff, there's like, it used to be just Nike and a few other companies, Adidas maybe. But now there's like Asics and there's that On brand. Hoka. Yeah, exactly. Hoka. There's like Brooks Running. There's a ton of new brands that are now like coming for Nike's lunch and they can't just do what they did before. On's going crazy. Yeah, On's marketing is great. They're attracting a younger audience. They're kind of good at social media. Like, people don't want to have the same shoes that older people wore. You know, people want something. They almost like that it's a new brand. Did you see those ugly ass loafers from Hoka? Hoka loafers. Hoka's speed loafer is the final boss of loafers. That is kind of ugly. Yeah, I agree. Why do you want the final boss of loafers? Isn't the point of getting a loafer to loaf a little bit? You don't want a sport mode. You don't want... The point of a loafer is to present yourself as relaxed, as easygoing. Do you think that being more premium will increase or decrease the stock price? It's kind of a dumb question because Nike thinks obviously that it will increase it, and I don't know. I can't tell you whether or not that's going to go well with consumers, but obviously that's their plan. They want to increase their fucking perceived value and sell shoes at a higher markup. I think running shoes are popular lately because they have massive stack heights, which add 2 inches to height. Well, you think running shoes are popular because everyone wants to seem like they're taller? Are people buying running shoes to seem taller? Okay. People might actually be doing this. Someone on R Sneakers asking, what's the best height increase sneakers? People are saying the Nike Air Force Ones. Imagine this, though. Imagine this shoe. This would sell like hotcakes. This would move units. You start mogging people. It's a flex. Push-up bra for men. I mean, people do wear those little height insoles to shoes. It's Twitch chat. It's anonymous. Anyone who admit to doing it? Has anyone in Twitch chat used height insoles in their shoes? Caught? Anyone caught? I have to do it. I'm Asian. Okay. Don't throw Asian people under the bus because that's not, you don't get to decide that. That's funny. That's funny. I'm 4'8", it wouldn't do much. I don't know, bro. I think if I was 4'8", throw 2 inches on there, you could be even 5. You're in the 5 foot range. You're in the 5 foot club. Oh. Think, Brandon. You messed up the math, but they haven't noticed yet. Quick, find a way to deflect it. Think. Just find a way to deflect it and they'll never know. Is that a glizzy? Dude, what is that a glizzy over there? Oh, holy shit. Where? What were we even talking about? What the fuck are we even talking about? Smooth, done it again. Vladimir Putin. I want to talk about Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin on the Ritz, dude. He, a lot of news today. I'll be honest with you. A lot of news today. Specifically, that this is all rumor and speculation, but some of it comes from reliable sources. And it seems to be that Vladimir Putin, first of all, was rushed to the Kremlin at midnight in Moscow, possibly to help negotiate a deal. And Putin is openly admitting internally that Russia's economy is taking serious damage from this war. And has been saying that key war goals have already been achieved, which is like what you say before you're ready to negotiate for end. So we may actually get an end. Again, none of this can mean anything yet, but there's like a lot coming out from a bunch of good sources. Well, I'm trying to pull one up. There was a good Reuters story. But where's I want to see the one on the economy. I'm hoping to find that. Where's the Putin economy? Oh, I found it. I found it. Switch to this tab. Okay, according to sources close to the Kremlin, the president has privately acknowledged the war's strain on the...
I've been listening to your Big A videos on the commute home for a few months and I wanted to say thanks so much, man. It's great stuff. Is the list of Donald Trump Day 1 promises you got compiled available online somewhere? Thanks for making cool stuff.
Thanks, dude. I really appreciate your message. You made your username Alpha Legend. Stay humble, stay hungry. Stay humble, stay hungry, Alpha Legend. I appreciate your compliment, and I don't think it is available online somewhere. I guess I could put it in the description of the Big A clip. I might throw it in there. So look in there for the next 24 hours. I might do it. But it's not... I paid someone for that research, so let me make sure I pay them first before I put it online. He didn't make the name, it was given to him. Maybe his dad was Alpha Legend 117. And it's just passed down through the generations, dude. He's in a long line of Alpha Legends. That's badass. Anyway, there was this old leader, general secretary of the Communist Party named Brezhnev, Leonid Brezhnev. And Putin, who was alive for this guy's term, though obviously far younger, famously commented on this guy's ruling of the Soviet Union and said his biggest mistake was wasting way too much money on the military and letting the economy fall apart. That is what Putin said about Brezhnev. And now people internally in Russia are saying that Putin is doing the exact same thing that he criticized Brezhnev for. It's kind of coming in full circle. He's making the exact same mistake. The economy is strained by labor shortages, which obviously happens when a lot of people die, including working age men. Sanctions, which is when you're in a war with your largest trading partners previously. Well, not behind China. Let's just say Europe and America. High inflation, which they do have. They also have, you know how everyone here is complaining about our 6%, 7% interest rates? Actually, it's really like 4 or 5, but you know how like we have interest rates that are pretty high on housing and cars? Dude, in Russia, it's like 20. It's like 19 or 20 to try and fight the insane inflation there. 20% of interest rates on a house. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And so they're having weakening domestic activity. And the president has privately acknowledged the war straining the economy, specifying really, quote from Putin, really big problems. He has criticized his own top economic officials and is displeased by the rising borrowing costs that face Russian businesses. Again, interest rates have hit historic 21%. Stagflation warnings by business. So, like the wartime economy threat is real. Like he's actually, you know, once this stuff starts to go, that's how leaders get really negative responses from their public and from their backers and from the oligarchs that support them. So, I do think he's eager to make a deal. I think even though Russia is, quote unquote, winning the military side of it, it's at what cost? The sources told Reuters these difficulties have fostered a willingness to reach a negotiated settlement, at least among some of Russia's elite. Putin already considers his wartime objectives to have been met. He's already saying he won. It's over. So if he's already thinks he won, he's saying he won internally, then he can, do you know what I'm saying? I don't think I've ever seen Putin be mildly concerned with domestic policy. I would agree with you normally. I think when you start to get rampant inflation, grocery store lockups, butter stealing, people can't afford houses, businesses can't borrow, that's when the machine starts to break down. That's when people's unhappiness becomes way more real. He expanded Russia's territories. That makes him popular. Well, it depends on how much territory he gets to keep and then whatever the deal is. But I do think, well, what I said specifically is if you can expand your territory quickly and easily, you're popular. Your popularity dwindles the longer the war takes. People don't like a long, protracted war. Thanks for the raid. We don't raid Song for One raid. I'm sorry, we just don't. That's not what we do. You have to have at least 100. Russian goods. I mean, the only thing I'll say is that Trump said he's going to throw more tariffs on Russia if they don't make a peace deal. So I looked it up. Russian goods accounted for 0.14% of U.S. imports. I don't think there's much more we can sanction. I just don't think we can. I think they've already adapted to the sanctions. It's not. I mean, the sanctions hurt them, sure, but it's not like there's like more sanctions we can do. Russians are so nervous about the economy, the central bank took to Telegram to dismiss rumors about deposits being frozen. That's interesting. The Russian central bank is on Telegram saying we're fine. That would spook me. That would spook me. As a Russian citizen. Ardub says, what do you think Russia freezing U.S. assets did to U.S.'s place in the global order? Ardubs, is this a bait question? Is this a real question, or is this a question that you know I love to answer and I've talked about a million times? Because I've already talked about this so many times. I'm not going to do it again. I've answered this in like 5 different clips. I'm not going to do it. This is a bait question. I've done a fucking whole drawing. I'm not going to do it. Don't fucking bait me into this question. Year of kindness. Holy shit. I'm not even unkind. You guys are abusing the year of kindness. In fact, you guys are being unkind by abusing the year of kindness. I wasn't even mean. I was just saying, is this a real question? That's crazy. That's not. You guys are abusing the year of kindness, which is not what the year of kindness is all about. It's about being kind and understanding. And understand that some people might have to fly off the handle every now and then as streamers because you're dealing with thousands of chatters. Kindness is invincible, provided it's sincere, not ironic or an act. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius caught his wife cheating on him with a gladiator, so he cut the gladiator's head off and made her bathe in his blood. How kind was that? How stoic was that? Everybody gets one? Everybody gets one murder cucking? No, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good. Trump responded to Elon.
Does it bother you that Elon Musk criticized a deal that you made publicly, that he said that he tweeted that?
No, it doesn't. He hates one of the people in the deal.
Have you spoken to him since then?
No, I've spoken to Elon, but I've spoken to all of them, actually. No, the people in the deal are very, very smart people. But Elon, one of the people he happens to hate, but I have certain hatreds of people too.
That's actually a remarkably stoic answer. Honestly, that's a remarkably stoic answer. Honestly, if you got drama in your own friend group, you could learn from that answer to keep the cool. It may boil over, but credit where it's due. I like the answer.